You do not underestimate the Wehrmacht. For decades, generals in Berlin, officers at the front, and even ordinary German soldiers believed the supply chains of the Third Reich were unbreakable. Convoys stretched across the frozen forests and snowbound plains of the Eastern Front, armored and escorted, protected by patrols and Luftwaffe reconnaissance. They assumed steel and discipline could withstand any threat, that logistical arteries were as invincible as the panzer divisions they supplied. There was a rule every soldier on the Eastern Front learned quickly. Supplies move forward and the front stays fed. Without them, even the most powerful army starves, and Germany had mastered that rule. But in the bitter winter of 1942, one man and a handful of partisans he led would challenge everything. They didn't confront tanks head-on. They didn't face infantry in open battle. Yet, through cunning, patience, and brutal efficiency, they struck at the heart of the Wehrmacht. And when it happened, the Germans couldn't understand how it was possible. Vasily Zaitsev is 24 years old, born in Yeleninskaya, a remote village in the Ural Mountains. He is calm, patient, with eyes sharpened by years of hunting. Before the war, he was an ordinary man, but the invasion of the Soviet Union transformed him into a figure whose actions would ripple across the front lines. Zaitsev joins a partisan group operating behind German lines in 1942, a small cadre, fewer than 50 men, trained to strike and vanish in the forests of Ukraine and southwestern Russia. Their mission? Sabotage supply lines that feed the enemy, destroy convoys, and cripple operations before German forces can react. Strategically, this is more than harassment. Without supplies, German divisions grind to a halt. Tanks stall, infantry freezes, bullets run out, and entire campaigns collapse. The Eastern Front is a crucible. Temperatures drop below -30 degrees Celsius. Frostbite claims lives silently, and every movement is hampered by snow, ice, and vigilant enemy patrols. In December 1942, Zaitsev targets a 12-truck convoy carrying over 300 tons of food, ammunition, and fuel, guarded by 30 soldiers and 2 armored half-tracks. They're meant for the 6th Army, entrenched in bitter fighting hundreds of kilometers from this frozen road. The Germans assume the forest is empty. They cannot fathom the danger that lurks unseen. Zaitsev crouches beneath a pine, snow clinging to his wool coat. He scans the horizon, 1,500 yards, 1,200 yards, 900 yards. Each truck rolls steadily along the icy road, unaware of the eyes tracking every movement. He fires. The lead truck's engine bursts into flame, sending plumes of black smoke into the gray sky. Soldiers leap from the cab, fumbling rifles in panic. He waits. Another truck approaches, 1,500, 1,200, 900, and his shot disables the fuel tank. Explosion. Fire leaps 10 feet into the air, illuminating the frozen landscape. The remaining trucks hesitate. German soldiers regroup, shouting orders that cannot be enforced. Zaitsev moves along the tree line, careful not to leave footprints that might betray his position. He sets timed explosives on the next 3 trucks, counting the seconds. The blasts echo like cannon fire. Smoke and chaos consume the convoy. Soldiers scatter in every direction. A German patrol attempts to flank the partisans. Zaitsev fires again, striking an officer in the shoulder. Confusion spreads. Every soldier in the convoy feels the terror of an invisible enemy. Flames engulf the road. 5 trucks destroyed, 7 trucks destroyed, 10 trucks destroyed. Supplies meant for hundreds of men vanish in minutes. The forest seems alive. Branches creak as bullets ricochet. The snow muffles some sounds, but amplifies others. The snap of a twig, the shout of a soldier, the hiss of fire. Zaitsev's heart pounds, every breath a visible plume in the frigid air. Failure seems imminent when a half-track turns unexpectedly, its gun aimed directly at his position. He dives behind a fallen log. The recoil of his rifle shatters the silence. The half-track's wheels are disabled. Night falls. The partisans melt into the trees. 50 men have dismantled a supply artery that could have fed hundreds of German troops for weeks. If you find this kind of untold military history as fascinating as we do, we'd be honored if you hit that subscribe button. Stories of courage, sacrifice, and ingenuity deserve to be told. By subscribing, you help ensure these remarkable actions are never forgotten. Reports reach Berlin immediately. Entire convoy destroyed, officers killed, 300 tons of supplies lost. Commanders are baffled. How could this happen? How could a handful of men, armed with rifles and explosives, dismantle a convoy thought untouchable? The strategic consequences are immediate. German units starve, tanks run out of fuel, artillery cannot be moved, morale collapses along the front. Red Army counteroffensives exploit these weaknesses. Zaitsev's actions are a force multiplier. His team's sabotage reverberates far beyond the forests they haunt. Other partisan groups replicate these tactics across occupied territories. Supply lines vanish in Belarus, Ukraine, and the Baltic regions. Entire divisions are delayed, forcing German generals to divert armored escorts, increase patrols, and even order harsh reprisals. Yet the partisans remained ghosts, striking again and again with perfect timing. What the Germans did not understand was simple. They underestimated the ingenuity, patience, and determination of ordinary people turned warriors. One small group could indeed cripple an army, changing the course of operations in ways Berlin would never fully appreciate until it was too late. Vasily Zaitsev survives the war, becoming a symbol of partisan skill and resilience. His network of fighters expands, inspiring Soviet partisans across occupied territories. Ordinary villagers, mechanics, and hunters become ghosts of the forest, undermining one of the most formidable armies in history. To this day, military historians study Zaitsev's tactics. How did 50 men disrupt a logistics network that fed tens of thousands of soldiers? How did forests, snow, and ingenuity combine to defy conventional military wisdom? Zaitsev returns home after the war, decorated but humble. He never sought glory, knowing the war was shaped not only by generals and tanks, but by invisible heroes in the snow. His actions and those of the partisans remind us of the human capacity to resist, adapt, and overcome. If this story moved you, please hit that like button. Every click tells the algorithm this piece of history deserves attention. We're dedicated to rescuing these forgotten stories from the archives. Subscribe and turn on notifications to join this mission. Where are you watching from? Drop a comment with your city or state and tell us if someone in your family served. Thank you for ensuring that Vasily Zaitsev and the dozens of men in his partisan units do not disappear into silence. They deserve to be remembered.